Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we have for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak's third free title update. And in this video, I want to try to go over and tell you guys a little bit more about the brand new character being added into the game. And no one would necessarily blame you if you tuned out during the presentation that this was actually showcased right after they showcased paid DLC weapon layered armors. Of course, this has been a little bit of a controversial brand new feature into the game that we got in the last free title update, and the third free title update will be adding more layered weapons. Right after that, they showcased that a brand new player voice pack will be available for free. So if you thought that this was paid DLC, no one would actually blame you, since in the base Monster Hunter Rise, Capcom already did this, but they were actually charging you for Big Bro and the sister character, I believe is what it was. So they basically ended up doing the same thing for base Rise, but it ended up costing you. This time around, they're adding a character that is original to Sunbreak, but it will not be appearing in the game. Capcom is going to be giving us the character creation recipe and the armor pigment options for you to be able to recreate them in game, which you're going to be going over in just a bit, and a couple of lore details. Some details were provided through the actual trailer itself, a couple more dropped afterwards through the blog update, and the website had more details as well. So I wanted to go ahead and give you a little bit of an introduction of this brand new original character being added in. Now, when it comes to the actual created character that they provided us, some of the details that mention that a new voice will be available for players on November 24th to change the voice of their hunter. This voice is tied to the original character with their own original background story. We will also share the recipe for making this character and make sure you use both for maximum effect. They do mention that Kagami is a powerful warrior and a master of the dual blades. Kagami is the head of the Royal Secret Service. He was born in Komura and trained alongside Master Utsushi. He was already reached the upper echelons of hunting techniques, but he always strives to become even better. They mentioned that Kagami voice will show up as DLC 19 in the game. Remember that you can change your voice for free. You don't need to use a character voucher ticket or anything like that. Those are only for you to be able to change your appearance. But if you want to change your character's free voice, you should be able to do that, and DLC 19 will be the brand new Kagami option for voice pack. And of course, they mentioned that Kagami is an original character that does not appear in game. They do showcase a couple of screenshots with him standing there with Master Utsushi, and a couple more screenshots of the character just standing around Elgato. Now, when it comes to the character creation recipe, you should be seeing that on the screen right now. I'm going to be leaving that up there for a little bit for essentially you being able to go ahead and copy that and recreate this character in game. This is something you should be able to do if you have a free ticket. Everyone, I believe, received 2 free tickets, one for base Rise, one for Sunbreak. So you should be able to change your character around and recreate this character if you so choose, if you have a free ticket. If not, I believe they cost like $1.99 or $1.50 or something like that for you to be able to change the way your character looks. They also did provide us with a Kagami armor pigment option. They mentioned that it wears the glistening snow claws, Utsushi true mask, leather vest X, leather glove X, Outpost HQ belt, and Elgato pants. So, and then they provide the pigment options as well for you to be able to customize that to your liking. And essentially, once you're done, not only facially your character will look the same, but also through the layered armor options and stuff like that, you should be able to have this character looking pretty much exactly the same. Now, some of the details provided through the actual trailer itself provide us a little bit more lore, where they mentioned that he used to spend all of his time in Komura hunting and gathering intel. He's an old friend of Utsushi's, as they've been through many ordeals together. While Utsushi chose to become the teacher for fledgling hunters, Kagami decided to become a dual blades master and left on a journey to test his skills. Before long, Kagami headed to the Foreign Kingdom, where the Elgato post is located. His skills were immediately acknowledged, and he would eventually become the leader of the Royal Secret Service. He attained a godlike prowess with the dual blades, and he would soon become known as the Dual Blades Master. His overwhelming strength and platinum white-haired has earned him the nickname Snow Dragon amongst other hunters. So essentially this brand new addition of a character voice pack, that which of course now, like I mentioned before, you can fully recreate in game, is something that they did for base Monster Hunter Rise for the songstress and another character that's available in Elgato as well. So, you know, it's a nice addition. It's a nice little thing that they're continuing to add more characters. They're adding lore ultimately to the game, which is something that we have been seeing them do with the lore details that they provide us with in the official website as well, and in their Twitter updates, where they give us details for original characters based on either base Monster Hunter Rise or Sunbreak, now getting like full lore dumps as to what happened before, like for example in the original Rampage, 50 years in Komura Village has passed. Some of the details that we have been seeing regarding some of the things happening in the kingdom itself before Chiche and Yomogi were born, as more details have begun to trickle out again through those lore informations. We have gotten details regarding the village chief for Komura Village and much more. So, you know, it's interesting that they provide these kind of like lore details, not just outside of the game, but also through the more recent wave of books that they provide us with as well. But when it comes to the in-game, they never really necessarily update that kind of stuff into the game. I think it would be a great addition if Capcom does decide to kind of like through one of those patches, they just decide to provide us with more character details in game, so people can have all these lore information data provided in game, instead of just necessarily having to go outside of the game, read, you know, stuff through a website, through a blog update, through translated posts, or even videos like this one. All this information should be available in the game. So I think they should be able to make that change and make those additions. I will say this though, I do wonder just how many more of these type of voice characters they will end up adding in, since we do know now at the very least 2 more free title updates are going to be making their way into the game. So maybe this is now going to be an ongoing thing, that they introduce one brand new free DLC voice pack for, of course, community voices, as, you know, free DLC being added into the game. And essentially this would mean 3 ultimate characters making their way into the game as free DLC voice packs. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's essentially this brand new Kagami character being added in. It will be available on November 24th. That is when the 3rd free title update drops. So it's just going to be available as everything else on day 1. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.